So here's a fun anecdote. I showed up back at the house right after the cut, and before I left, Dakota, Coddle Guy, he told me, he said, listen, man, before you reveal it, before you show anybody else, I gotta see it. You gotta let me see it as soon as you're back. I said, okay, sure, man, no problem. So, knocking on the door, and I even hear the groan. He gets up and does the, oh, Jesus. He opens the door. 3 seconds, solid, just... Oh, hey, what's up, man? Looks good. Literally took him a good 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then half a sippy before he realized, oh, you got a haircut. Oh, it looks good, dude. That's awesome. God. RMP, she went crazy. She started screaming. She started yelling. She woke up David. He was sleeping, and he comes out of his room. We had an impromptu hallway meeting about it. I forgot to give Merlini the tip. Oh, he had no idea. He was so surprised. First, he told me I looked like a prep, and I said, "Fuck off, dude." And he said, "No, I meant that to be a compliment." And then he expanded it to say, "You look more like an intellectual." And I said, "Well, thanks, Ben. That's way better." One of those is nice and a compliment. The other, I've never met anybody that's like, "I'm a prep and I'm proud." It's just not a thing. It's not a thing. You know, it's funny you guys say I look like fucking mad, because when I got it cut, so I sat down, I told the lady, I said, listen, all right, this is the drill, all right? Here's the rub. You're going to want to cut these off, leave as much as you can that you think you can brush out. We're going to go shampoo, condition, and oh, are we going to condition? All right, we're going to double condition these bitches. You're going to brush it out, then we're going to snip it up, we're going to see what's left, and we're going to defer to your judgment. So... Of course, there was a lady getting her hair cooked in the little frying pan thing, and she tried to help me out as much as she could. She was looking up hairstyles on her phone, like, you should do that, you should do this, and my hairdresser wasn't really into it. It was kind of funny. They were getting a little feisty. There was an old couple there. This lady was getting her hair done. The old guy was waiting, and she finished up, but they hung around just to watch, just to see what's the deal with that. What's going on? Is that hair? Or how do you... The old guy just kept saying, why? I said, why? I said, why what? He was like, just why? And I said, why get him or why cut him? Both. I was just like, Jesus, dude. Okay. She came up to me, this little old lady, still not super old, not like, oh, I can't walk, my back looks like a potato. She was, she was walking. She was pretty vibrant, and she puts her hand on my shoulder, and she just says, son, You went from child to adult, just like that. You made a good choice today. Welcome to the rest of us. And I was just sitting there dumbfounded, like, shut up, you old bag, Jesus. I mean, that's sort of it's like an old person's way of trying to be nice to a crazy young person, but I don't know, man. I feel like if someone my age said that, I'd be like, dude, what's your deal, man? Check that dude. Oh, it was an adventure. So we conditioned, and this is what we were kind of left with. I wasn't a big fan of it when she was doing it, but then she styled it up. I bought some of this stuff. Hope it's great. It smells good. I smell like a flower. It's amazing. So I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it overall. So we've got a few more surprises. We're gonna slow roll it here, guys. I've got nothing to do. We've got 5 hours till Summit 2 SEA. So planning on kicking back, recording the most impromptu, terrible Zyori podcast there is, because it's more about my hair than it is about the podcast, right? That's what I'm talking about. The plan was to reveal with David Parker for Summit 2, but I got too antsy, man. I got antsy pants, and I just wanted to do it. Oh, here's a message from Suns fan. He said, "Sexy boy." Oh, thank you, sir. This man. Minor inspiration, Mr. Suns fan. You know, what made you do it, dude? A mixture of things. It was a combination of just the natural course of time, Starladder, and just kind of getting tired of it, you know? When you get a hairdo like that, everyone would always ask me, oh, well, when are you going to cut it? Oh, you're going to have to shave your head? Oh, it's going to be crazy, right? You're going to go bald. Oh, man, everyone always made a big deal about how are you going to cut it? Oh, man, you're going to have to be Mr. Clean for a couple weeks. Well, you don't really. I mean, come on. It's not like the hair just turns into this unfathomable mess of bullshit that's unsalvageable. You got to just shave it off. You can shave it. It's much more dramatic. You make a hardcore video, get some Metallica, just shaving off the dreads. But we're not about that life. We've got class here at BTS. We've got class. Just a simple snip, doing it Weaver style, right? Finally took the Bug's advice. But when you do it, you don't really. If you're into dreads enough to actually get dreads, you don't think about, oh, that day when I'm going to cut them, boy, is it going to be awesome. You're thinking, like, these are awesome, and I'm glad I have them. You don't really think about cutting them. But so let's recap a little bit, right? This is my second set of dreads. First set, terrible. Kind of through the neglect method. Never recommend it. 0 out of 10. Awful experience. I had 12 dreads total. It's awful. You can imagine how big they were. To give you a reference, I had 44 before, right? So 12 versus 44. So I had them for about a year. Gross. Cut them off. And I said, all right, if I want to get dreads, I'm going to do it right. So then I let my hair grow out. Since I cut them and then since I got this set of dreads, that was 2 years. And I was taking a supplement so my hair would grow faster, right? Right? You with me? Okay. So then after I decided to dread it, it was another 4 and a couple months. Like 4 years and then 3 months worth of time. That's a lot of hair, dude. And when you have hair that's that old, it gets sun bleached. That just happens over time. When you go outside, you're playing beach volleyball, getting all dirty. Yeah, well, your hair gets sun bleached when you do that. So I was looking at the VODs in Starladder, and I was just like, ugh, is that really what I look like? It's weird how you get used to looking at yourself, When I was talking about, like, guys, I think I seriously want to cut it. Dakota was like, why, dude? I don't even notice it anymore. I'm like, I know, that's part of the problem. It's not really part of the problem. The real problem is the opposite. It's too jarring for first-time viewers. I think people could kind of get used to the hair a little bit, at least on days when it was looking good, but it's like a first-time viewer, like someone sits down, tries to show it to mom and dad, then you pop on the screen, it's just like, forget about what's going on the panel, forget about that awesome game you just saw, it's just, zoom. What the fuck is on that guy's head? And it was too distracting. It was a little too much. And for a long time, a big part of my esports career, right? It was a thing. When you're nobody, you got nothing to lose. Just a little StarCraft streamer, small time, going to events every so often. What are you doing? Well, fuck it. It's good. It's a little kitschy. You have something that stands out. People remember you. It's your thing. And then you kind of use that to float upwards and get people talking. And then you hit this point where you can't do the shtick anymore, man. So I don't know. Just decided to move on, and I just wanted to scratch my head, like, oh, just being able to do this. I can't even describe how good it felt when she brushed my hair, like, for the first time, when she cut them off, and then, like, she got the tangles out and was just straight combing. I was just like, oh my god, you don't know how good this feels. You should go to jail for how good this feels, young lady. Oh, it felt so amazing. It was so good. Is LD making... I can't read and talk at the same time. That's what I'll have to put on one of my new suits now. Do a full... For the summit, we'll go suit boys. See what's going on. Oh my god, this webcam. I gotta tweak this thing. This webcam sucks, man. I should have recorded this on a computer that had a decent camera. I gotta turn on the autofocus. Oh my god, XSplit. Seriously? Oh god. I think my XSplit's going to crash soon. We'll go with it. We'll go with it as long as we can. So anyway, you get dreads like this not thinking about when you're going to cut them. And I was just tired of it. It's nice, sleeping with all that hair. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing, I was thinking about doing, like, some sort of a charity drive. Like, I had all these plans mapped out. I've got a little journal. It's sitting on my bed. Sometimes I'll just wake up in the middle of the night after a terrible dream. I'm getting eaten by spiders. I'm late to class. Showed up without pants on, and oh god, and I gotta just get those thoughts out. Write down my little journal. So I was thinking, well, charity drives are cool. And then I started looking up. Well, what's cool? What do I like? What kind of charity would I go for? What are the logistics involved in doing a Twitch charity stream? And I don't know. I had an idea of doing it for Locks for Love, and turns out they don't take dreads, and I got sad. I was like, there's got to be somebody out there with cancer that thinks dreads are cool and would wear an authentic dread wig, but how do you hook that up? How do you find that one person? So I had that issue, and I didn't have a good fallback charity. So, and then I also wasn't sure how I was going to reveal it. Like, I remember, you ever watch Boy Meets World? I remember that episode when Eric, when they're in college, and he cuts his hair, and he makes his hair into a wig, so then he shows up, and then he whips the wig off and throws it, and they're like, oh my god, you cut your hair, that's crazy, you know, it was all in one fell swoop. And I don't know, I just didn't know how to translate that. Like, I could have worn a hat the whole time, but then if I'm doing like a 24-hour stream, there's no way that would have worked. So I kind of gave up on that. Then got changed to, well, let's just make a video. Let's just, you know, record it, get some cool music, maybe do a time lapse. And I was like, well, I think that'd be really cool if I was shaving it like I talked about. That's really showy. That's like, you go from massive hair to bald. And I was like, well, this is going to be more of like, it took the lady 70 minutes. You know, it's going to be more of a cut, wash, cut, wash kind of a deal, not really like this epic transformation that you can just reveal very easily in a video. So kind of nixed that. So I was like, well, we can at least take some pictures. So I did something cool, and I did this it's like what Cyborg Matt does when they have like a new update on a model. It's a little slider, ZyoriTV/big haircut with a dash. That's wait, I've got an overlay for it. Here we go. But you can't, well, never mind, I don't have an overlay for it. But Zyori.tv/big haircut. There you go. I dropped the link in chat. There you go. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Maybe we'll just fuck it. Show up and sit here on stream and show everybody my hair. And that seemed like the easiest and the most fun. Best bang for your buck. I don't know, charity stream would have been cool. Could have had a whole like sub for hair thing going on. I thought that's kind of cool. Like get the whole hair vibe, that kind of stuff, you know, like. And then I was thinking, well, of course my greedy ass goes straight to like, well, what if we did a sweet charity stream? If we raise enough money, Zyori cuts his hair. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But then I'd be one of those charity guys. I see the shit that BTS gets for just doing a Kickstarter. Like, you still get comments about stuff, well, I didn't contribute to your Kickstarter so that you could fucking hire some dipshit bitch that looks like Coddle. It's like, well, no, you're right. That is not specifically what you gave BTS money for, but what you gave BTS money for is already, it's done, gone, and past, dude. Like, most of the equipment we have now is from money that we've generated from our business, you know? Like, the amount you get from the Kickstarter is, like, it was a lot at the time, but now it's not what it was. And you still get people that just hold that over your head forever, just, I saw people saying, you know, mean stuff about Hotbid for e-sex, saying that, you know, like resorting to internet begging. Like, all right, you know what? I don't want to be one of the. It bothers me when I go to a stream. You know, even if it's somebody I like, they've got the like top 10 donors. Woo! I'm just like, I don't want to be that. That's not me, bro. You know. So I just didn't. I didn't go full sellout boys, and instead I just, you know, decided to sit here and talk about my experience and maybe record half a podcast and put the other half together. So where's the dreads? The dream is over. No more creepy ball sniffer. Great. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. What are you saying? That Kickstarter was a Kickstarter to your business? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Why can't I post meme faces? I don't know. Moonbot's probably a little angry. Zyori, why don't you strip? Well, I mean, I'd love to, but unfortunately, it's against the Twitch TOS now. So I don't know. You know, I'll say fucking mad. Like, oh, you got the fucking mad hair. I'll take that as a compliment. He's got pretty good hair. That's a dude I look at and think I could get down with that hair. You know, I could be into that. But I'm excited about the little slider. You can see the before and after. Am I rigged up to show this? Actually, I think I am. Although XSplit might crash. I have the little thing that says XSplit has stopped working. Would you like to close or debug? And it's obviously still working. So I'm afraid to hit buttons. How much did your hair weigh after you cut it? That's a really good question. I'm not sure because I didn't weigh it, but this brings us to a good segue here. Check this out. This is a bag full of hair. This is my dreads in a bag. So this is for your everyday. You know, it's a dread bag. Let's open it up. Let's see what we've got going on here. I know how exciting this must be. It looks. That is a dread. Look at that. That is a dread. I'm not gonna pull them all out because there's a lot of them, but there you go. Make it into a mustache. Oh my god, this is like a perfect. If I was a League of Legends cosplayer, do a Draven mustache. That's pretty good, huh? Look at future Halloween props right there. They're already paying for themselves, and the appointment was cheap as hell. So it's a dread bag. Find out how heavy it is. I need to weigh it. I actually don't have a scale in my bathroom. I really don't. I don't care how much I weigh. Well, I care a little bit. I care if I'm I feel a little more flabby now. I feel like my hair was hiding my flabbiness, and now I really need to get to the gym. You know, I feel like gotta work those pecs. Gotta get back to rowing. Not feeling so. Save one for Fogged. Yeah, I do have to save one for Yannis. We had that bet. It was for TI, and the bet was if Navi US makes it onto the main stage, the main event, that I would cut off one of my dreads and he would sew it into his hair behind his ear like Anakin Skywalker style and just have it fucking come out this way. And he was like, really? You would cut it? I'm like, fuck yeah, no one's going to notice one dread missing from my head. People are going to notice Yannis plus one dread. I am so down for this. Unfortunately, we all know what happened. Navi US didn't make it to the main event, so it never happened. But, you know, gotta get out there. Gotta go. Apparently, Brian and LD have been really killing it at the gym recently. Uh-oh, you can hear my steam going crazy. Oh, Lily says it looks good. I'll make a man out of you. You look fucking horrible. Rabbit Rage. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your honesty. Do you have a dread or online game to sell? Go to buy dreads, click fast login, then click sell. Put in your dread, then done. Oh, yeah, LD's a gym guy. Yeah. We could auction off the dread. Now that would be a fun charity go. Really killing it. That would be a good charity drive though. Auction off the dreads. It'd be like when Michael J. Fox makes replicas of the Back to the Future stuff, like they did the shoes, you know, the future shoes, the Nikes, and I don't know, auctions them off, gives it charity, different causes, I guess, but still, we could help people that are missing hair. Locks for Love, that's a good charity, right? Things you say sound so normal now. Epic Hair Man plus rep good haircut Kappa. Ouch. Ooh. Never get dreads again. Okay. Zyori the Dreadnought. It's like I don't know you anymore, Zyori. Kappa. I'm probably like 160, 165. No homo, Zyori. Oh, wait, no homo, but I would totally smash you to bits now, Zyori. Well, thank you. Let me get this out of the way so we can read the names. That's a nice compliment. Can you mod LD so that his nonsense stands out? Yes, actually, I should. Let's see. /mod LD Dota. There you go, LD. I should have done that. How inconsiderate of me, sir. You look so different, and I prefer it that way. Heart. Look at all these nice comments. Zyori, you getting laid tonight or what? I doubt it. We're casting some Southeast Asian Dota. That usually doesn't translate to intercourse, but hey, you never know. So you have ears. Yeah. Got nice ears. Oops, wrong side. Got nice ears, you know. They're okay. They're there. I guess that's true actually. I never really got to see my ears. Now I'm going to have to wake up and do my hair though. I got the do going on. I don't know. I wish I had a higher quality camera. Just wait when we're on the high def later. It's going to be good. Welcome to the mod club. Yes, welcome LD. I used to mindless hate you because I hated your hair. Now I'll watch your streams without any regret because you look great. Craigasm. I don't know if I want to thank that, but I guess that's good news. So I'll just give you the respectful nod. Yeah, it is amazing how much cooler this is. Like I feel like my head can actually radiate now. You know, like I let some of that heat out. Hey, Major Lux, you look familiar, Mr. Mod. How are you? Or Mr. Sub, how are you, sir? When's the sub dodo this week? That's a good question. I gotta do it, man. I'm pumped up. Is that Base Kip? Hi, Cameron. Hi, man. How you doing? Zyori, why you do this? Crying face. Sorry, divides by 0. Happens sometimes. LD, would you bang 2 lucky chat winners? What was your hair laced with coke? No, this camera's pretty good actually. I guess I'm looking at it on 1080p, so yeah, I guess it looks pretty good when you're zoomed in. But yeah, on like high def res, it's assy. Actually, dreads was good, but the pink hair fixer, oh my god! Hey, the pink hair tie was the best. I actually dropped my hair tie when I was there, but yeah, I still have all the pink ones. I'm gonna save them. We could auction those off, you know. Fucking mad, yep, almost. Didn't it get itchy in the summer? Oh yeah, definitely. Itchy head for sure. Zyori, go put on a suit. Go spiff up. I think I'm good. Well, you'll see me in a suit again. Don't worry, but not right now. Will you stream Dota? Yeah, probably. You look amazingly beautiful. Never hide that beautiful face beneath dreads again. Craigasm. Wow. Frags off. That is such a compliment. That's such a nice... Few people have said things to that caliber of niceness to me. Thank you, sir or madam. Oh my god, you don't look like hobo. Congrats on actually looking attractive. I am a grill, by the way. Thank you. That's nice. I appreciate that. How long did you take to do your hair before you started the stream? This is actually left over from what the lady did at the salon, so I spent 0, but we'll see. How much did it cost to get that cut? You'll never believe this. It was bargain bonanza. It was $30. That's backwards. $30. It was so cheap. At the salon I went to, it's called Tangles. Oh, how appropriate. $25 was their regular men's cut, and it took this lady literally 70 minutes. She watched it 3 times. We conditioned the fuck out of this bitch. You know, $30. But I did, this goo was, I don't know, 15 or something. I tipped her 10. I tipped a good 30%. I'm usually not a big tipper, but this lady was nice. Zyori, you're not homeless? Now you're only disliked because you're a shitty caster. Oh, good. Well, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Can I have the dreads? Where are they now? Well, we just showed them. They're in this here bag. This is a bag of dreads. You know, I don't know if I can see. Look, it's just a big old. Yeah, there they are. A big old bag of dreads. So we'll see. We'll save them for a rainy day. I'm sure they'll come in handy for something. I've had a lot of fans ask me to put my dreads on them at events. So I shouldn't say a lot. A couple. A few. I don't know. Maybe somebody will buy them. You never know. I get haircuts for $8. Well, congratulations. But you don't have hair that looks like this. Oh, zing. Before you Dan's game, now you pretty face. Dread mullet. Did we get a video of you getting that haircut like Trout getting buzzed with breaking? No, we didn't take a video. The time-lapse would have been okay. There were actually more people in the salon taking pictures than I thought. I was really surprised by the amount of people that were in the salon and like, wow, I need to remember this. Let me get a picture of all those dreadlocks sitting there. Oh, let's check the Twitter feed. Can we read some mean tweets here? Are there any mean ones? No, everyone's being so nice. Oh, dude, what the... Is this real or is this Photoshop? This overshadows BlizzCon for me. Hey Zyori, can I 1v1 you mid? If I win, I get to be a mod. If you win, I buy you a beer at the summit. That's not a good deal. Sorry, sir. Make LD cosplay as Zyori. That could work. That could be fun. I hope this wasn't because of the haters, Zyori, but regardless, good luck on your new path. Well, thank you. Frags off. The same person with that wonderful compliment. Oh, man. The Zyori Shades emoticon. I know. It feels so bad now. What are we going to do? $100? Yeah, I could probably... If I sold them for $100 a piece, that'd be like $4,400. I think that's a close to their value. Yeah, I'd say those babies have generated more than $4,400 worth of business and coming my way. So, sure, yeah. Let's do it, man. $100 a dread. Let's raffle these bitches off. Let's do it. But no, to comment out, it wasn't really. I wouldn't say because of the haters. See, there's like, I often get slapped a little bit for flaming Reddit, you know, because I like to say, oh, Reddit thinks blah. You realize Reddit's a collective, right? It's not just one person. It's a lot of different opinions together. I'm like, I know how Reddit works. I use it way too much. You know, that's part of the reason I don't like it. But there's a difference between the mindless bullshit, the noise that we like to call it, that gets caught up on a platform like that, and the more legitimate users just having a regular conversation. And that thread at Starladder, like Starladder, this, like the land finals for season 10 was the first event I've ever done of that size. You know, like I did DreamHack Summer 2012 with Breaky, and like I did some stuff at the summit, but that like was the most FaceTime I've gotten in front of that many viewers with like, you know, that much potential just to fuck shit up and be like, who the hell is this guy? Why is he here? You know, why are you hosting and, you know, not Shiva or someone that we actually like, right? So it was I saw that as a pretty big opportunity to kind of like prove my hosting skills at an actual LAN and, you know, show that I can do it. I can get there and we can have some fun conversations and it'll be awesome and all that stuff. And like there was a thread that started, I guess it was on Friday or Saturday. I remember I woke up and the first thing Shiva said to me was, "Oh, I saw that thread about you on Reddit. That was nice, huh?" And I was like, yeah, it was kind of nice. Some parts of it were nice. The actual thread itself was nice, but the contents of said thread were mixed, I'd say. A little lukewarm, a little fatty, mediocre, I'd say at best. And it was just overwhelming. Like, I think this hosting is pretty good, but I just can't get over the hair. And the difference for me with that thread was the tone, I think. Because there was a lot of stuff that, like, there were a lot of positive things, but just, like, not like, oh, I hate that hair. Oh, this is really disgusting or whatever. Of course, there was some of that stuff. But there were just a lot of people that, like, I just can't get over it. Or, like, it's just too much. Or, like, it's too distracting. And I tried not to read too much of it because I didn't want to tilt at the event at all. You know, I just wanted to kind of box it out, and which I did pretty successfully. After we got back, and especially when I was on the plane, like after the event was done, I was kind of fiending that shit in the airport. And when I was just kind of sitting there, you know, like when you're sitting there waiting for the plane to take off, and you're just kind of like mentally preparing for all that bullshit you're trying to check out of, so you might be able to get a wink of sleep on the plane. That was when I started thinking about it, and I took some notes. And when I got back, I was looking at the pictures. I really like that one picture of me and Syndra, and it's Casper in the background, and someone put the little meme text on it that says "Big Brother is always watching." I love that picture. I just like. I think my hair looks like. In the Matrix, your residual self-image when you go into the Matrix and you look that way, that like what you think is the coolest possible, Morpheus's little sunglasses, you know, that's pretty close to what I would picture for my hair. Just like, fuck yeah, this is like looked perfect, minimal frizz, you know, pulled back in a nice way. You can see all of it in its beauty. Sin's making a nice face, and it's a really good picture. And I'm looking at it, and I like it. And then I just started watching clips of the panel in the VOD. I was just going through it and like listening and trying to be objective and just sort of doing that post-event when you're still a little burned out. That's the best time to do that kind of FaceTime with yourself and just analyze and look at it. And you just gotta look at it sometimes, you know. And I couldn't help but think something's out of place here, dude. There's just like cute. I think it might be cute, but I don't know what's going on there, so I can't decide, you know? There's just like sort of just that general like attractive. Okay. You know, I'm trying to be honest with myself, was just like, this is just too fucking much. And I don't know, I just noticed how sun-bleached they were. It's like, this isn't looking quite like the way I think I want it to look. And that's where it goes back to what I said earlier, where it's weird how you get used to looking at yourself, you know? And that's where I feel like a first-time viewer, when they see it on stream, and me like waking up and looking at myself in the mirror before I go on stream that day, it's just like two different reactions. Like, oh yeah, it looks okay, you know. And it's just like, it's hard to step back, get that third person perspective and be like, that's really what I look like, huh? Man, if only I knew. You know, have you ever wanted just to get in the eyes of another person? Yeah, well, there you go. So it was a combination thing. So that was a very long-winded way to say. It wasn't really the haters per se on Reddit, but it was just more the sort of general feedback and tone of Starladder. And, you know, before that, it was kind of important for me to be able to prove that I like give it as good of a go as possible. Like I like to see stuff through. So for a while I was thinking like, okay, you know what, I can do anything with this. Like this hair won't hold me back. You know, I can work any event. I can do it. You know, I know it looks a little funny, but this is me. And Starladder was just affirmation of the very opposite of that, I think, to some degree, where it's just like, you know what, you gave your all, people liked what you did, but this is just too fucking much, man. You got to tone it down a little bit. So I can respect that, you know. I can appreciate that everyone else gave me the opportunity to have that opportunity to let me realize myself that it was about time, rather than trying to, you got to do something about this, bitch. You know, I don't respond well to the, you got to do something. Like, yeah, I'll do, you know. Get God's cosplay, please. Yeah, we're going to do more of that, don't worry. Making me want to off my hair, too. Hey, the trick is to go to a salon. I'm a little sexist on that front, and I shouldn't say sexist, but I like having women cut my hair. I really do. I I like it. I just like being around women, man. I don't know. I like it. I like the salon environment. They're all chatting each other up. It's like real life Sex in the City, you know. They're just talking to each other and snipping hair and giggle, and there's hopping music, you know, and playing some nice stuff. Blaze, tough decision, man. I think it looks good. If you're happy with it, that's what's important. Thanks, Blaze. Appreciate it. The Blaze baby. Hope it's doing well, man. That's a he. I know it's a he. I can remember the name. Zyori's 18, barely legal. A little older than that, I'm afraid. But you look thinner without hair, I swear. Okay, thanks, man. I like it. It is. I'm 25. I am 25. Just turned 25 in October. Yeah, so it's exciting. It's very exciting. It's very good stuff. It is always jarring to me, though. Always just ridiculous how many people get caught up. And I know we work in a very forward-facing kind of business, and there's a lot of camera time and FaceTime. It's like part of our brand is the image we present. So it's a big deal in our industry, just camera-ness and how you look and your presence and kind of all that stuff. So I get it to some degree, but it's just weird. Like I can see if you don't like dreads, and when I'm on camera, it bothers you. But I never understood the people that are just like, someone just posted, like, I always thought Cyclops had better insight than you. Now that you've cut off your hair, I might be able to take you seriously. It's just like, well, okay. I mean, I don't want to insult you because it sounds like we're friends now all of a sudden, since hair is, like, your highest priority in caster taste. You know, I just don't get, like, I can understand if you don't like seeing it on camera, but that doesn't, the hair, like, casting's going to be pretty similar, you know. It's all the same. It doesn't. I just never quite got the connection and why people are so just. You have dreads and I can see them. I can see them when I hear your voice, and they're just like, motherfucker, cut those fucking dreads. I can't even listen to what he's saying. It just makes me so mad. Why are you so mad? Like I've gotten emails like that from people. Just like I can picture them just sitting there writhing, like Goku charging up to fucking punch Frieza or something, you know? Zyori, are you going to sleep like a baby without those dreads out of the way? Yeah, I took a little power snower earlier. It was pretty good. I was definitely sleeping. So, you look like you're 15. Please grow those dreads back ASAP. Man, the first person I showed, she told me that I look older. I was like, oh, that's nice. Cyclops is nice. Come on, he's not. Oh, don't be mean to Cyclops. He's a nice guy. I think you're a good caster, one of my favorites. Thanks, Pizza Boy. Pizza's one of my favorites, too, so we've got that in common. You look like Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, it's funny, the lady that cut my hair, they always ask, oh, what do you do? The pleasantries, you know? And I was telling her, and she's like, oh, well, I thought it was just funny that she asked me, what celebrities do people tell you that you look like? I was like, that's a weird question. Maybe you're asking that because I'm on camera a lot, so, like, that's, like, a thing that people ask, or I was thinking... Or have you not really... She asked me if BTS was big enough to buy stock. And I was like thinking, well, the ability to buy stock does not really correlate with size of the company. But it's just a weird question. Like, oh, is it like big enough where I could buy stock? And I was like, no, not quite. And she was like, oh, okay, well, you should let me know because it sounds really interesting. And I'm like, oh... This is the most failed small talk ever. You clearly don't know how. She was like, oh, but wouldn't that be insider trading? And I was like, no, it's only insider trading if you have stock and then I give you information that will affect the price before it happens. Like that, me telling you that we're going public. What is inside about that? What advantage? God damn it. So anyway, I was just like, well, I get Michael Cera a lot. And she was like, all right. I was like, I get Shia LaBeouf. I get a lot. And then she goes, okay. And I say, and McLovin. She goes, oh, I see the McLovin. I see that one. And just like right away, just jumps on it. I'm like, Jesus, you're a little feisty, aren't you? You got a little ferociousness to your bite. She was, whew, and I was like, I used to have wireframes. She was like, oh, classic McLovin. I'm like, then she started asking me all sorts of tough questions, like, hey, you got any fun plans this weekend? And I kind of did is this a weekend? I don't really. No, sorry. Then she asked me if I like going out. She asked me if I was single and asked if I like going out. And I was like, not really. I mean, sort of. Sometimes she was like, what kind of bars do you guys go to? And I was like, well, we go to this place called the Yard House. And right away she was like, that's not a real bar. And I was like, ugh, well, sorry. It's a real bar where I come from, lady. They serve booze. They've got like 50 different beers. That basically counts as a bar as far as I'm concerned. And she's like, no, like, you know, where there's dancing and music and drinks. And I was just like, I mean, kind of. It's not something I do very often. She was like, oh, well. She seemed disappointed, you know. Then she started asking me. It was interesting. I guess she didn't buy the Michael Cera Shia LaBeouf. I couldn't really see that well, you know, like I took my glasses off, so I'm like really blind without my glasses. So I couldn't see what facial expression she was making when she was talking. But she was trying to get some, bro. Maybe that's not a real bar. She's like, well, I really like dancing. That's what she told me. I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, all right, I can dance, you know. I don't know. Dancing's all right. I usually don't dance in public that often, but I'll do it on occasion. So I'm disappointed your hair was sick. Well, thank you, Hellish TV. I appreciate it. You know, it's also funny. It always reminds me of, you ever seen that movie Along Came Polly? And there's like that opening scene when he like gets divorced and he comes back and everyone at work is just like, man, I fucking hated that bitch anyway. Man, she was terrible. Good for you. And it's this like, the look on Ben Stiller's face is just perfect. It's just like, I still liked her, dude. Like, you know, and it was the sort of thing that some people just like, yeah, good choice. That hair was fucking gross anyway. I'm like, dude, just because I don't have it anymore doesn't mean that's like, if you wouldn't have said that to me when I had dreads, it still probably isn't really something that I'm going to appreciate if you say it now. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that shit was so fucking nasty, but now you're awesome. I'm just like, that's not really a compliment. That's not really a nice thing to say. It was like the old lady, the old bag that was just like, you just went from child to adult. Alright, thanks. You just called a 25-year-old a child. So yesterday, if you had saw me, you would have been like, oh, hello, child. Oh, look at that. Oh, Hubert, look at that child. I'm like, fuck off. Come on. I want to see you in a beanie or a hat. Where is my Dota hat? I think my Dota hat's still packed in my backpack, actually. Interacting with your hair cutter sucks so much. I didn't mind it. She was nice. How old was the hair cutter? I don't know. I would say like late-ish 20s. She was probably pretty close to my age. Do you think? How do you pick up a hairdresser though? What do you say? Just like, hey, you cut my hair real good, girl. That was awesome. You want to go blow this popsicle stand? Oh God, that's a terrible euphemism. That's not sexual. That's like, let's get out of here. You know, popsicle stand. Let's go somewhere and eat. I don't know. I'm not good at picking up people that are doing services for me. You know, I never mastered that. I'm okay at talking to people when you're hanging out with like a friend of a friend and you're all there. It's like, oh, cool. They're already vouched for. You know a little bit about him. You know you've got some similar interests, whatever. But you're going to you're going. I don't know, man. If you're doing it like a wait, I've never picked up a waitress ever. I never quite got the whole. You seem cool. I can't tell if you're just fishing for a tip or if you're actually interested. You know. Wrong tip, guys. You're thinking about the wrong tip. Get your head out of the gutter. Come on. I'm talking money here. Same thing, you know? Like you go get a massage. How do you know if your masseuse likes you or if they're just doing their job? It's tricky. It's a rough world. It's a tough life. So I don't get it. Were it a hard decision to cut the dreads or not? Why didn't you do it earlier? Obviously, it was hard to have them. I talked about it a little bit earlier. I'm going to post this VOD so you can check it out. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to reiterate a little bit, but kind of the feedback from Starladder and everything else. Everything else, it was pretty good. Kato Guy says I look good, so that's all that's important. Kato Guy is a guy that I trust when it comes to men's fashion. He's got the little. I do think that, you know, the girl that was getting her hair cooked with the frying pan sitting behind me that was looking up the hairstyles while the lady was cutting my hair, she seemed. Is my hat right behind me? No. Oh, I'm not wearing. Not that hat, dude. No. That hat does not. That's a joke hat. It's not a real hat. My beanie is in my bag. That was another one where I couldn't really tell if she was one of those, like, there's this weird niche of women that I've come across. And they're few and far between. But they're this, like, probably older than 30, but still not quite come to terms with it, and wants to be younger, still feels like a young soul and a too old a body. And they're just like obsessed with white guys with dreads, and they're usually white women, non-African American, and they're just blown away. They're just like, oh my God, those dreads, they're so big. It's massive. Oh my Linda, oh, look at this. Just look at this. They're going crazy. And I've never been able to tell them, like, you're clearly a lot older than me. You know, not like a lot. Like, I guess we could do it, but I don't know. Like, what's my family going to think? What's your family going to think? Is it weird? Is it okay? We'd have to talk about it. You know, it'd be an issue right up front. Anyway, they're just really, you know, it's not often that people touch your hair. You know, people don't just come up to you and just go, oh my God, your hair. It's just, can I touch it? Wow. Oh God. Getting all hot and bothered. And I can't tell if that's just them being like overly trying to compensate for the ridiculousness of their age and their mentality, or if they're actually just like, I want to be fucked by dreads, or if they're just like, that guy's cute and I like dreads, so let's go talk to him and see what's going on. And I've never, of that demographic, been able to tell which of the three groups they fit in. You know, it's just like, so this is a 1 in 3 chance that she thinks I'm cool and actually is just talking to me because I look awesome, or she's got a dread fetish, or she's just fucking mental and trying to make a big deal out about trendy young people that have crazy hair, and well, I gotta get in on this, you know. So I don't know how to read this one, but same demographic, and she's chatting it up. She kept telling me it looks really good. She's like, it looks really good. Oh, it looks really amazing. And she seemed kind of nice, and I didn't realize that the lady that was cutting my hair was, I think, working on her before like she started working on mine. So I was thinking about asking her afterwards. I was like, damn, I should ask her when she was washing my hair how old that lady was, because I couldn't tell. It's weird when your head's in the frying pan. It's kind of like when, you know, this part of your face is covered. It's like, how old do I look? When your hair is covered, I'm like, you look, maybe, it's like, maybe you smoke and you're kind of young and you just aged poorly, or maybe you're kind of old and you work out and you look kind of good. And it's this weird thing where she's sitting close enough to me while she's getting her hair fried that she's listening to all this stuff. I'm having a heart-to-heart with the girl that snipperoo in the hair, you know. She's, you know, like I said, she's asking me if she can buy BTS stock, asking what kind of music I like, asking if I'm single, all these personal questions. So you tell the ladies listening and thinking like, oh, he's single and he's got nice hair now. And I don't know. I couldn't tell. Maybe she was nice. I should have asked for her name. I was thinking in my head, like, this is one of those times. You know, there was that really bad Matt Damon movie. I don't know if that zoo movie was. We own a zoo, or we bought a zoo. That fucking, it was not good. Not good. Any movie like that, it's just perpetuating that it's okay to have those sideshow zoos where it's, hey, we've got 50 animals. Let's call it a zoo. Like, that's not okay. Not okay. You're talking San Diego zoos. That's one thing. That's big. You're doing animal preservation. You're doing good animal work there. But these little sideshow, oh, we have a tiger, Singleton, and we have a cage for it. Like, fuck off. Stop buying animals. Okay, get the hell out of here. Where did that come from? Wow, what an aside that was. Anyway, there's a line in that movie that I just thought was really good, where Matt Damon's talking to his son, and his son's having some little girl troubles. He's really young, whatever. He says, whatever the kid's name is, Matt, sometimes it just takes 30 seconds of insane confidence, and that's all. You know, it just takes that 30 seconds just to, like, go up to a stranger and say, hey, you want to go get dinner? It's usually even less than 30 seconds, right? And I was just like, that is actually Matt Damon. Look at you, always finding ways to get cute little nuggets in your movies. Look, isn't that a nice little just? That's so nice. Is it 7 seconds of bravery? I fucked up. Okay, it's 7 seconds of bravery. Thanks, Joy. I appreciate that. Anyway, still, it was a nice the sentiment of the saying rung true. Still, I didn't do it today though. That didn't get me excited enough to actually be like, hi, lady. You wanna go eat because I'm trying to go eat, and then some. Well, we didn't do that. You look great, buddy. Thank you, Jiggle something. You're a beautiful flower mate. Appreciate that. You're hilarious, dude. Thanks, Boulder Knight. That's great. This is Zyori podcast number 56, by the way. I didn't make it. I was sort of my tentative plan. I've been recording it, and I think this is going to end up being it. I'm going to post it on YouTube. It's going to be a whole rigmarole. It's going to be fun. We're fun. I'm glad we were able to do this, guys. Casting SEA Summit 2 tonight with Parker. The playoffs start, and that is in 4-ish hours from now. 4 hours and about 15 minutes. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty good stuff. So, yeah, I'm pumped up. But that was basically my experience getting the haircut. 70 minutes of just pure fun, pure awesome. And, wow, I'm so glad. I haven't even looked at Reddit yet. Oh, man. Can't wait. But no, this has been a lot of fun. I have been looking forward to this moment for a long time. Oh my god, the thread that gets made. Zyori loses his trademark dreads. Thanks for the negativity, dude. Thanks. You know, that's just not a very nice. Wow, 61 retweets. Hey guys, look at this. I bet you I'm over 9,000. Oh, it's over 9,000. I just broke 9,000 Twitter followers. I've been waiting for that for a long time too. Oh my god. I want the Napa guy to tweet at me. It's over 9,000. Ah. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate the kind words. I look younger. Everyone's saying I look younger. That's interesting. Do you have the dreads? I do. They're in a bag right next to me. We showed them earlier. All these repeat questions, I recommend you just go back and watch the VOD. I've already answered all these. How good does your head feel right now? No, that is a good question. Really good. I still can't get used to it, though. I took a nap earlier, and I woke up and rolled over and was, like, making the motions of flipping my hair to the other side. That's what I have to do. I usually, like, people ask how I sleep with it, and I would just kind of plop it all out, like lay it out on the bed and then kind of lay sideways. And then if I wanted to switch sides, I'd have to kind of flip it all over and then lay that way. It was a whole rigmarole. And I was making the same motions. I would wake up and start like trying to pet it, and I'm like petting the air like I'm like fucking Cruella de Vil, like stroking her little shaw. Just like, where is it? Where are my Dalmatians? Charlie, I could have sworn I left it right here. And I'm like scratching myself, and it's not happening. It's not happening. It was cute. Now he's gorgeous. Oh my! Well, I'm glad the reaction has been positive. That was certainly a scare, but I have been looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's. I wasn't planning on having dreads forever. I wrote that dread blog, that like mock interview a while ago, and like, when are you gonna cut it? She's like, you know, the time I'll feel it, you know. And there was a little, like maybe the past 2 or 3 months, I was sort of getting there, but I wasn't there yet, where I was like, I know I need to do this. I know these don't look as good as they used to, and it's not the image I'm trying to project, blah, 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 but I still just wasn't quite ready. And I was a little afraid that I would just wake up and not really... There's something to be said for waking up and liking what you see in the mirror, you know? And I was just afraid, like, is that how I want to look? Do I want to have short hair? And then I just kind of thought about it more, and it's been 6 years since I had short hair. You know, I was like, it's time for a change, dude. Sometimes you got to just switch it up. You know, see, maybe you will feel like a new person. Hey, maybe I'll actually clean my room. It doesn't look that bad right now, but I basically just moved the mess out of the camera shot. So, Zyori, if you wear a tail for a long time or lose a limb, it's called phantom syndrome. It's a little like that. I still like. If you were to ask me, like, where does my head start, I would say, like, right about here. That feels about right. It's a weird feeling. It's really weird. It's just hair, you know? It's just a fucking whole bunch of dead hair. But you play a trick on somebody, you know? Tie up some of the dreads and put it in their bed. Ooh, God, I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. That's a bad trick. How much did it cost to cut them? $30, man. $30. Quality. McLovin! Now it's time to grow a beard. I would if I could, but I really can't. I'm not a hairy guy. I don't have... My legs are not super duper hairy. My hair grows pretty thick and pretty fast, but my beard, it's all going up here. The beard is just not a big... I got fuzz, dude. I can't really... Oh, my phone's going off. Where is it? Fuck it. You grew younger by 50 years. Ooh. It did feel kind of amazing. As soon as she started cutting she started cutting from the back. There was a moment where I was like, can you just leave the 4 in the front? Can we go all short and then just like 3 dreads in the front? And I kind of wish I had done that just as like a trial. That's what I should have done, actually. In retrospect, if we're gonna look back here through the lens of time, I think I should have left like 4 in the front as like a joke and played it. He played it off just like, yeah, dude, flipping them back, you know. And then it's like a reverse mullet, I guess. I don't even know what you call that. A reverse dread mullet. And tie them back and stuff, and you know, that'd be cute. And do it for like maybe 2-3 days, maybe a week. You know, just long enough so that you think it's real. And you think, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? You know, it's even worse than before. And then cut it all off and go with the real do. That's what I should have done. Damn it. Well, in another 6 years, I guess that'll be my plan for the big reveal. We'll do it that way. God damn it. I also had an idea of maybe doing a video where like just a stupid like mock comedy video where I'm like sleeping and it starts out as like LD doing a monologue, and it's filmed in the way where he's like holding the camera like this, so it's like one of those really awkward shots where it's just like you can tell he's like make it look like he may be a little drunk or something, and he's just like, This motherfucker, he keeps oversleeping for cast, not showing up on time, not contributing in meetings. This is what happens when you try to fuck around at BTS. Then metal music comes on, it's like, dun, 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 and he's like just cutting off dreads, and he cuts like 3 of them off in the back, and I wake up the next day and I'm like, what the fuck? And then we get into a tiff or something, and that would be it. But yeah, too much work for too little return. But I've always got ideas. Take your glasses off for modeling. All right, we'll do one more. Hello. Should I go contacts, boys? I used to wear contacts, and then I gave up. But here we'll do a little rotation. Do the little turn. Glasses off. Do some. Yes, Roger. Thank you. Do some looks. Do the slow turn. Oh yeah. Just take it all in. Just feel it. Yeah, that's right. I'm blind as fuck without the glasses, though. I can't see anything. What happened to your hair? I lost a fight with a lawnmower. It was tough. I knuckled up and I was juking left, jiving right, and just got caught by the blades. Contacts, and you'll be dripping in bitches. Please wear contacts. Please wear contacts. How many pounds of potatoes do you check? I do need to weigh it. That's one thing I'll have to report in next. I'll get a scale. I think LD has one. LD, can you use your bathroom? I need to weigh my dreads. I don't know about that. Oh my god. Are you aware that just above your right ear you have a patch that was shaved too close? My right ear, this side. Where? Like over here? I mean, kind of. I don't know. There were some spots that were messed up from where I have, like you have to kind of trim the loose hair if you're not going to work them into the dread. So there were definitely a few spots where she had to take some liberties. I will not lie. I can't be too hard on her, but maybe there was a spot on this side where she leveled it out a little weird. You look like McLovin. Wow. Yeah. I like it better with glasses, but fucking man. Dye your hair, dude. Oh man. Your About Me icon is way out of date now. When will you fix it? Good question. I don't know. I'll get on it. Did you donate your hair to charity? No, but it's not out of the question. I've got it all right here. So, I don't know. It's hard to make a wig out of it. They have to de-sterilize it. That's the reason Locks of Love won't take it, because you need to sterilize it. I don't think the dreads will survive. So, you'll be a cesspool of STDs for the amount of starred you'll be getting. Great. That's good. That's good. All right, well, I'm going to, for the sake of the VOD, wrap up this podcast here. I'm going to cut it and I'm going to upload it as a standalone podcast. So we're just going to hang out a little bit. Might play some Dota. Apparently, SCI, I thought it was supposed to start at midnight. So my plan was to play a game or two of Dota and then just go right onto the stream. But it actually starts at 2. And it's 2 full best of 3s. So what I'm probably going to do is stream a little bit longer and then end up sacking out and sleep for at least like 2 hours or so before SCI. I couldn't sleep, bro. I was too excited about the reveal. I was like, I just want to show everybody my new hair. It's so bad. I didn't even tell my family either. That's why I didn't tell anybody except only people at BTS knew. Everyone else, it was a total, it's just a regular day in the neighborhood. I wonder what Andrew's doing. And, yeah, it's surprising. Looking forward to your cast with Gods later. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is wrap it here, and then we'll play a sub game. I think I got time for one good sub game. We'll do like a sub ARDM, maybe encourage a couple of new subscribers in honor of the hair. Come on, guys. Jesus. Whew. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this Zyori podcast. What is it? Zyori.tv. Kind to yourself, be kind to each other. We're not going to do the pleasantries, guys. Let's get some sub games going on here. Catch you next time.